I think the first thing we have to make people understand is as long as people believe that their illness is related to their genetic predetermination, then there is no logic or hope for wellness or prevention. Because if you're simply walking along our genetically predetermined path to chronic illness, then the best we can hope for is early detection and palliation. And of course, that's exactly the irony is that that's exactly what allopathy presents as prevention is early detection. I mean, they literally call a Pap smear or a mammogram prevention, which of course is absurd in itself because it can't prevent anything. But again, if your model is that everything flows from the gene down and you can't go above that, then really there's no such thing as wellness or prevention because as we're born, we are simply waiting for these genes to kick in and cause chronic illness. So the first thing is to change the patient's paradigm. As long as people, as soon as people understand that they are sick because of how they eat, move, and think, and not because of their genes, they are liberated. There's a moment almost of self-realization where it's almost dread, I think, for the first few seconds where they go, oh my gosh, I am responsible. And then all of a sudden it's liberating because they say, well, if I'm responsible, I have the ability to respond in a different way and take control of my life to a much greater degree than I've ever been taught either in my traditional healthcare provider or by the media. And so I really believe that without a change in the paradigm of the people we're trying to take care of, there's no hope. They're simply going to use, as you mentioned, us as a natural therapy. But therapies, again, are in the same they're in the same paradigm as allopathy. A therapy is again treating a condition. What I'm saying is I want to get right to the root, to the cause. I want to actually create health. I don't want to be a therapy. I think therapies are useful, but they're still in the paradigm of they're only given to people who are sick, and they're generally aimed at getting people who are sick away from that particular illness. What I'm saying is the goal shouldn't be to treat or have therapy for a particular illness at all. The whole goal should be to restore health. And that's a very different paradigm, and it causes us to ask different questions. But I found that I can be very successful with the lay public. As soon as they understand that it's not genes, it becomes self-evident that it has to be their lifestyle choices, and that their lifestyle choices shouldn't be aimed at illness or trying to get away from illness. Their lifestyle choices should be aimed at living up to their potential. And once they realize that their potential, that what is normal for them is healthy, I think it becomes a much easier um,
Well,
it's a much easier step for them.
I think that's a central element of the condition, this cultural conditioning that we face, and the major challenge is that because of the tens of billions, and that's not an exaggeration, it's literally tens of billions of dollars that are invested by drug companies in media manipulation, that the bulk of the population believes that disease is inevitable, and really the solution are these drugs. Their belief system is precisely opposite of the truth, which is that our bodies are designed to stay healthy, and it's not really supplying symptomatic drugs that are the solution. But certainly that's the general perception that one seems to reach if you're just non-consciously absorbing or being exposed to these media ads.
Well, the tragic irony of this is that it's also what's being taught in medical school and chiropractic college and naturopathy school, and I mean all the colleges, that it's the prevailing belief system of this era. And I find the struggle not just in terms of people saying, believing that, it's predetermined so they want a drug, but now we've got the same battle with, well, it's predetermined so I want a natural therapy. But the problem is waiting till you get sick and trying to solve your problems with a natural therapy is the same paradigm.
Sure,
It's not as dangerous, but you're still not going to get well.
sure, it's an allopathic approach, precisely.
It's an allopathic paradigm with a non-pharmaceutical intervention, but the
Mm-hmm.
problem remains the same. The issue is the paradigm, and what has to really be changed is people understanding of what health is and how we can express it.